Morning. Today it's a little cloudy here today, but still very nice weather. We're just heading to Galaxy Comics for the release event for Riftbound. Yesterday was the release, so we just got our product, and today's the release event. We're just gonna participate. It's a modified constructed deck, so starter deck and a few packs to modify it. So let's go. Alright, so here we're just opening some packs here. These are the packs that we are going to have. I should have played the Lecturing Yordle. Some of these cards here I should have actually played. But yeah, it was kind of running out of time, so I didn't really get to decide properly. I just kind of picked and see if I really like it, I'll play it. If not, I won't. Three packs, so 2 for the event plus the 1 inside the starter is what we got for this. I'll show you the modified deck later on in the video, but basically that's that. And then this is just me opening the Victor starter deck and then the pack from it. The person in front of me as well is playing Victor, so yeah. Alright, so just came home from the event. Event was very well. It was so much fun, the deck that we played here. Played Victor. Alright, since I'm defeated today, I will show off the deck in a bit. For that though, I'm gonna show the winnings here. Well, not the winning, just the prizing. Went 4-0, so a pack basically per win. So got 4 packs, and then they gave us basically the rest of, we got 3 of the promo packs from the event, and the one from entry as well as the one that you saw earlier at opening. And then those 3 packs in total, so 8 packs in total, which is pretty good haul basically for today. I'll open these ones up now so we could see what's in them. Alright, and then after that I'll open these guys in a separate video, and then I'll just show you my pulls for this. But yeah, this looks like it's fine. Not ruin the cards. And then let's see what promos we got, what special promos we got here. I wasn't sure if we were allowed to use whatever you pull in here for the event, so I just decided not to use them. Just think you might have pulled a Victor in here or whatever, but MF and the Leeson, nice. Another Leeson. Oh, there's the Victor. Oh yeah, I could have. No, I didn't. That was from my winning. That's not from the side of the set. And then Timo, the Jinx. Very cool. Alright, so looking at it, I probably could try to win more of these if I wanted to play Victor. Jinx, I'm not sure if I'm playing this or the other one, so probably not. Leeson, I got 2, which is nice. Alright, so that's that for this. We will open now my packs, and I'll show you guys my pulls when I come back. Alright, so we're back. Here are just some of the pulls that we got from that there. So we got Machine Evangel, MF, Mystical Warden, this one, Wild Moss Lair, Soaring Scout foil, and then some of the nicer ones that I'm excited for. Ari, I don't actually have an Ari except for the promo, so it's nice to have one right here. Drawing 1, and Falling Star, amazing one, and then I can't believe I got this, but oops, saw it. Charm is cool as well to have. So we have another foil, and my first copy of this bad boy right here, Dazzling Aurora. Need 2 more to play an Aurora deck, but 1's a good start. We'll try to get some more, try to win some more packs through locals, see how the pricings are, and then hopefully a lot of that. I'm just gonna clean this all up, and then when I come back, I'm gonna walk through the deck, essentially the changes I made on the deck, and then after that we will talk about the event while I'm doing that. Alright, so we're just gonna talk about the event. I'm gonna talk about the deck, the small changes that I did on it, and move on from there, and talk about kind of like the games and stuff like that too. So so as you guys know, if you watch the other vlog as well, the release day vlog, so I played Victor. Chose Victor because the event that I'm playing next, I am playing Lee Sin, and then I'm still waiting for the Jinx to come in, so I just kind of didn't want to have an overlap when it comes to the starter decks that I have. It shouldn't matter anyways, just because there's most of the stuff, they are kind of easily available, more or less. So anyways, I chose Victor, then played this as the champion, which is the one that goes beside there, to the Victor. So basically what happened after the event, I kind of looked up the cards. I kind of saw that there's only 3 of the promos, which is just basically Victor, Jinx, and Lee Sin. They made a mistake, I guess, because those are supposed to be the ones in the front, and after looking it up, they're supposed to be the ones in the front, and they're supposed to give it to you with those in the front, so you could choose between this and the other one, but because it's all random, I didn't bother opening them. I don't know what was inside, but so I could have used the other Victor had I had it, but I didn't. Well, I really didn't anyways, because I opened that pack and it was a Jinx underneath, unfortunately. But if it was properly done, I could have had an option between this and the other Victor. But so that's that, and then we'll just go through the deck. The decks are in different sleeves now. I am making a deck with this here, the purple sleeves here, so that's where the Victor deck is. So so that's why some of them are sleeved differently. If that deck, I'll be testing that deck and see how it is. If I am happy and satisfied with it, I will share that deck with you as well. Alright, so we've got, just included in there was the 3 Noxian Drummer, 2 Orb of Regret. This one I added on, Forge of the Future. So I'll just put that aside. I'm gonna talk about those a little bit. The Heimerdinger, Riptide Rex that I also added on. Back to Back, Grand Stratagem, Wraith of Echoes, the 3 Cruel Patrons, Eager-Eyed Apprentice. Alright, Smoke Screen, there's normally 2. I pulled one, so I added that on the deck. The 3 Cold Weeks, 2 Consult the Past, 2 Stupefies, Hidden Blades, Sprite Call, Ravenbloom Student, and the Soaring Scout. So really the only changes I did was out of these 4 cards, and we took out the Mushroom Pouch and the Jeweled Colossus, I believe, in there. And this obviously, if you pull this, definitely play this. This one's really, really good in this deck. If you could 3 of basically any of the spells, I think you'd be kind of golden. This one was okay. It wasn't. I didn't really see it too much during the event, but I still felt like if I did, it would have been really nice. I saw it once, but at that point, I didn't really felt the need to play it. Then this one here, not really sure. I thought when I was putting this in that this was going to be kind of like a unit. I didn't realize it was a gear, even though I knew what the card is. It's kind of like in a hurry just to get my cards sleeved up and ready to play. So if I could do it again, I would probably choose the Jeweled Colossus over this, or if I pulled some other things. I didn't really look too much into what other thing. I just picked a few cards that I thought would have been good in the deck. But yes, this one really good. So having 3 smoke screens instead was kind of really nice. Where's that? Yeah, there we go. And then yeah, so if you manage to pull one of these, decent. One more of these, really good. You know, just to kill anything that you can't, that you're having troubles with. One of these is also good, right? One of these might be good, but yeah, I mean, if you can replace some of the weaker power cards anyways in the deck, you might as well. Anything else that I'd probably replace, because this is mostly basically the starter deck. Not particularly. Maybe Heimer. Maybe I'd replace Heimer if you can find something better. Heimer. I did not see this card at all in the event. You know, I see everyone else that I've heard that are victors. They've seen this. I did not, but that's okay. Anyways, battlefields were just the same ones from the starter deck as well. Grand Plaza, Altered Unity, Trifarian Warcamp. Yeah, so the event we went XO. As I mentioned already, you've seen the packs. I've opened them already, so yeah, and then you saw my polls and all that stuff. So we'll just talk about the event. So basically, the event, the way it ran, was a best of one event. So it's not your typical best of three when playing Riftbound, but that's okay because it's better for time anyways. There's one group that played best of three at the first round, didn't realize it was best of one, but other than that, you know, it still didn't take too long, so which is good. To talk about a little, just over 30 minutes for them to finish, which is not bad. No, I'm not gonna take this one out. But yeah, so my first match was against Jinx, which is one of my friends there, and also just picking up and learning the game, so kind of just walking through that, which is fine. You know, it was really cool. And then there was at one point where it kind of got scary for me. The person's a really good player as well, so they kind of picked up on the stuff that they needed to do. Yeah, just a little bit, I guess, of the timing and stuff like that kind of messes them up. But once they pick that up, I'm pretty sure they'll be pretty good in the game as well. The next match I played was the Mirror, which is the Victor. The nice thing against that guy though is he pulled one of these, which then he had instead of this Victor, which is infinitely better, I feel, right? This Victor, I felt like I barely played it. I play when I have nothing better to play, honestly. But for the most part, I'm not even thinking about playing this. I could have played Greedy with this just so that I could use the spells, because I do play a lot of spells, and I do play it a lot in the opponent's turn as well. But it just didn't feel good for me. So if you can pull this, it would be cool too. I probably would switch this out to this. If this was a passive, if this was on here, it would have been cool, but yeah, whatever. I didn't want to waste the 4 mana or 4 energy to play this guy when there's so much other things that I could play and keep energy up so that I could play my spells, my trap, like the smoke screens and stuff like that on the opponent's turn, which are really good. Yeah. So second round I did play with the one with the Victor here. There is an interaction in that match that I kind of want to talk about, so I will cut now and kind of set up the table so that you could see kind of what was going on, and I want to talk about kind of the train of thought that I had when playing that match. Alright, so here's kind of the board state that I was talking about and what I wanted to talk about, especially in this video. Just kind of discuss the board right now. So we have a Trifarian Warcamp here, a Grand Plaza here as the 2 battlefields that were randomly chosen. On their end, they just finished their turn. So we have the Eager Apprentice here and a Recruit on the Trifarian Warcamp, right? And then a Recruit and a Wraith of Echoes on their base. On my end, we have a Recruit and a Hidden here, as well as the Ravenbloom Student on the base. Right, and I have 8 mana after channeling the runes. I was at 6, I went to 8. And then my hidden here is a Sprite Call. So the score at this point, before it went to my turn, they just got to 5 by conquering this. right? And I am at 6, so I'm getting to 7, right? So my hand is basically 2 Consult the Past, Call the Weak, and a Heimerdinger. So the situation is basically, as you can see, there's a Wraith of Echoes in there. That card is insanely big. So it's gonna be tough for me to kind of get over it as much as I want to in a manner that's guaranteed, right? So in my head, what I was thinking is that either I win this turn, or it's over. Like I basically just cannot do anything for them, right? So now you basically think, now kind of how do I play this match, right? So the options originally was, you can go here, draw a card. Oh no, I already scored there, so you don't even draw. So go here, and then you have 3, 4, 5, 6, and basically just hope that, because really my answers is I can't even play this right on their turn. So it's really just this on their turn, and hope you draw into a smoke screen, because they will probably have it. They have a few cards in hand, right? They have plenty of cards, or they'll have cards that they could use to kind of try to win this. And obviously they're at 5, they'll be at 6, they'll be at 7 and I'll have an empty board. I'll just play a Heimer in here. I can't even get over whatever is in there, right? So that's one of the options, which obviously is not a good play. And then the only other option in here is to try and win this. Now, try to win this. They're at 6 because of the Trifarian War Camp. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm at 2. I could basically, if I could play 4 spells, I'll be at 6 plus 1, 7, I'll win. But as you guys saw my hand, our 4 spells, we don't have enough mana to play all of them. Just a quick edit here. So after watching kind of the video, realized that I actually had the win on there because I did have a spell hidden. I did not realize that during the game. I did not realize that when I was making this part here. But the concept still applies, so I will still show you the whole thing. So yeah, let's just get back to it. Right. So now kind of just think, what is the best play, right? So based on what you've seen, right? So this is where you kind of just think, do we have lethal? It doesn't look like we do, right? So we move on. So now what is the play that gives us the best chance of winning? So this is kind of where card games and playing card games play a good role, a huge role into this experience basically. All right, so we could choose to basically the only way that I thought of at that time was basically I need to kill 2 of these things. So if you really think about it, the important thing is here is that if we kill, so basically you just kill 2. If they kill these 2, that's fine, because then we can take over this and just try to hold, because they'll have to play something else before they can get here. We win, right? They kill one of these, we can get here and win from there, right? So that's kind of the magic of this, but the order really matters, right? So first we have to play Consult the Past and draw. Just in the off chance that we get something, like we draw 2, right? If we draw 2 and they were smoke screens, we just win. I don't think I could have drawn 2 smoke screens, but a Stupefy draw and then to another Stupefy also wins. So that gives us enough spells, right? Unfortunately, I don't remember what I drew, but they were irrelevant at the time. The other option you could have had was play 2 Consult the Pasts. While that is, an option, that doesn't also help you win, because you just exhausted all your runes at that time for draw 4, where you're still in the same board state, right? So the best option was, for me at that time, was I thought Consult the Past, draw 2, play 3 spells, right? Why? If they kill these 2, like I said, we will just move in here and just try to hold this, Okay, we don't need to reset here. Like, we could kill these two as well, but that's not winning, right? We're not killing this and stuff like that. So basically what we're doing is putting our opponent in a position where they have to play correctly better than we are at that point, right? Because they make a mistake on this, they lose automatically on these two Call the Weeks. So just keep that in mind. So that's a thing that you need to keep in mind, is there are sometimes plays that you could put so that the onus is on the opponent to make the mistake, not you. All right, and that also wins you the game. So play Call the Week 1. Obvious choice for them, kill a recruit. Obvious choice for us, obviously we'll kill a recruit. Right? So now they're 1. Now here's where it matters. So we have 2 more. We're gonna play another Call the Week. So, like I mentioned there, if they kill the Wraith of Echoes, we are perfectly fine. We're perfectly golden, right? Because then we just go here. Now there's no big threat to kill this. Basically, now the onus is on them to find an answer for our Raven Bloom Scout. They could have Call the Week on their hand too. We didn't know, but the onus is on them, right? If they kill one of these, you instantly win, because now you have a 5 strength Raven Bloom and go in here and attack. They don't have any runes up, right? So in doing that, basically you put them in a position, like I said, where the onus is on them to not make a mistake, and they did. So they killed the recruit, and from there just went with the Raven Bloom and won the game from there. Now, like I said there, they killed this and we move in here. If they don't have an answer for this, it's over as well, right? But they'll only be at 6 anyway, so we're kind of still okay. Next turn I can just play this, play whatever, play this, and I think I could play a Victor, play both, and just have units that go to 7, whatever they play. Just depends on what they play, right? But yeah, so that's one thing that I just wanted to highlight, is kind of the way you play the game, right? At that point, maybe people would just either play 2 of these or make the mistake of just not actually playing the cards. But at that point, there was an actual line of play that puts you at a better percentage of winning. Yes, it doesn't win you outright, but they make a mistake, it does win you outright. At the same time, if they don't, it still gives you a chance rather than none at all. So that's the one thing that I want to highlight, and get back to the rest of the video. So yeah, which is kind of that. Just kind of want to get an insight on how I kind of think when I'm playing these games, and kind of how maybe give you some pointers as well on how you should kind of approach how playing this game is, or if not that, get some ideas at the very least. Obviously you guys can think for yourselves, but yeah, at least get some ideas, think about how you could play and what you should be thinking when playing the game. So yeah, the next one I played is another Victor Mirror, this as well. That one was kind of okay. He messed up on one of his turns, which kind of put me ahead, and then kept going. What was it? I just ended it with a turn where I could have Grant Stratagem. That card is pretty cool, right? Grant Stratagem. I didn't play it like most of the Victors. Some of the Victors, what they do is kind of stall right until they have enough units and then power them through with Grand Stratagem. I didn't like to play like that. Played it like normal, played like a normal game. Yeah, keep going back and forth and that kind of thing. And then a lot of the stuff just really relied on making sure I had my reactions, like smoke screens and stuff like that. What's the other one? Not Hidden Blade, but Hidden Blade was also cool because they kind of worry about that. Stupefy, right? Those kind of things. Yeah, Just making sure I had those. Is it here? Yeah. Then all of the other extra pumps are really cool. And then yeah, like back to back as well. Right. Very nice. To do that. And then then the last one that I played was a Jinx. So I basically Jinx, Victor, Jinx. I didn't see another Lee Sin. The Lee Sin was on the other table right beside us, which was cool, and then he was versing a Victor as well. The Jinx player also had a little bit of a misplay when it comes to just the triggering of the abilities. Basically, he wanted to play an action during a showdown after I played a reaction, which is not possible, but yeah. And then usually, speaking of that, just you guys, when you play, your reactions are really powerful. Right? What I mean by that is when you have priority, you can play a reaction so that it forces your opponent to make sure that they can only play reactions on top. Right? So you call for a showdown, open state, and you have the priority there, play a reaction, now they can't play their actions, right? So that kind of thing. Basically, because some people will use the reaction strictly for reacting. You could use this to basically get ahead in the chain to make sure that only reactions can be played on top, right? Not like, oh, I'll pass priority to you, play your action, then I'll react on top. It's play the reaction so that they can't play the action. Don't even give them the option. There are times when it's gonna be like that, so that's not something that you have to think about. That's basically it. So we went XO, 4-0, and then so we got the 4 packs. Hoping we'll do just as well on this next event. Playing Lee Sin. Obviously, there's a little bit of I don't think fully unfairness, but there are cards in here that are a little strong. So we'll just rate the cards before we end this video, right? So yeah, let's go talk about it. Victor, okay, actually no. If you can replace this, replace that. It doesn't really matter though. You're almost never gonna play it. Talk about Timer next. Heimerdinger. It's also kind of trash. Replace this if you can. Noxian Drummer. This one was pretty good. Actually, really good. It just allows you to basically get ahead, you know. So what you do, what I did a lot actually, is if you're versing a Victor, go attack with this, trade, and then it will put a token, right? Trade the tokens, and then you can always produce another token where this is now, and basically 4. So this one's really good. Keeps you up, keeps you ahead. And the tempo wise is pretty good. And then if your thing was this, if this was your one of the bases that you managed to pull randomly for the best of 1, then it's really strong, right? Really just benefits you a lot. Same with this. This one's okay too, but I don't really care about this. This one's the fun one. This was definitely the one that I always wanted to play, because it's random. So I was hoping that they'd always end up picking this. It's really strong. But yeah, Noxian Drummer, pretty good. Other stuff in here for now. This one that I put, it's okay. The recruit, but honestly, if you find something better, please play something better. I should have just kept the Jewel Colossus, to be honest. We're playing this. Reptile Rex, this one's really good. Even if you pull it, I would try to see if you could fit it in. Obviously, there's other cards to do it you might want to, but having a unit kill something, very good on entry. Might not be as good when it comes to sealed, just because it's an expensive cost. There's probably just other cards that are better, or not sealed, constructed. But in a format like this, removal, really good, right? Out of regret, I really don't know how good this is. The ones that I've used it, they were kind of nice. I don't know if they're using it properly. because usually they use this and everything that they do after is just kind of telegraphed, because obviously it's not a reaction speed. So yeah, so when they -1 something, I already know what I'm kind of gonna do, whether I'm gonna hidden blade or whether I'm gonna smoke screen, right? So if I know that I can't get over with smoke screen, just hidden blade, because usually they'll do this on a unit, or actually they'll do this on a unit that you want to live. So, or at least that's what they've done. So they do this in a unit that I want to live. So I'll just decide, because obviously you don't want the blowback damage. So whether you're not gonna hidden blade, or if you don't care if it's dying, you can use smoke screen if it's gonna die or something like that. So those are the options. Next card we have back to back. Talk about it. This one's really good as well. Give 2 friendly units +2 this turn, so you easily go +4 on a battle. Then reaction speed, so very good. We'll talk about that card later. Grand Stratagem, it's really nice at 1. I feel like if you got 2 of these though, if I had for some reason I pulled one of these on the 3 packs, I would play the game so differently to basically play around this card. You know, basically try to get so many units that your opponent just will lose once they start committing, and then just grand stratagem and beat them out. But yeah, only got the 1 from the starter deck. Still really good though. Definitely don't replace this. It gives you an out on some matchups. Consult the past. Just draw 2 for either recycling, or sometimes when you just need to draw. Still really good. Draw is always good. Been an advocate of that. Stupefy, again, one of the other ones that's really good. Sometimes, like, this card's really insane just because sometimes you just need to draw. You can just -1 one of your units, just so you could draw. So it's good to have. Good to have. Yeah. Hidden Blade, this one's also really sick. Kills a unit controller, draws 2. Obviously, as much as possible, you don't want your opponent to draw 2. But if you really need to use it, use it. But yeah. This next one here is Sprite Call. This one's really neat, right? Just hide it and just use it whenever you need to just make sure you have an extra pump on one of the battlefields that you're on whenever you're fighting. Soaring Scout, it is what it is. It's not bad, not amazing, but it's just a good place that you have. It's part of the deck. You just play it. You're probably not going to get enough cards to replace a lot of the cards in the starter anyways. So yeah. Next is Ravenbloom Student. This card is really good. I mean, not surprising. You just gain +1, right, whenever you play spells. Yeah, it's just a good unit, so you always want to have this over this, but even then, whatever you draw. And then if your turn 2, you want where's that card? Noxian Drummer. Turn 2, having this is super strong. Or turn 1 rather, sorry, when your second turn, or when your player 2, and that's on your first turn is that. Call the Weak is funny. Just kill one of your units and they kill theirs, so you can kill weaklings and they'll kill big dudes. Use it when you need to. Eager Apprentice, I had 3 of these. Put the other one somewhere already, but there wasn't sleeves anymore. But this card is really good. I'll put this aside naturally for now, and then now you have this card as well. With the Echoes, really good at 1 actually. The deck feels really good. That's what I would say. I haven't played the Lee Sin deck yet. I want to play that. So hopefully that feels as good as this. Before I started the deck, it feels very functional. This one at least. So very nice. Like even just the one of these, I don't think I want more for the event. Excuse me. Just because the deck's not fully designed for that, but it's really neat that, you know, if I draw into this, I can just start dying and getting the draws. So this one's really cool. And then yeah, the Cruel Patron, just a big body sometimes that you need. So yeah, I put these two cards in here just because these cards are really strong in the deck, right? At least with the way I played it. So this one here is Eager Apprentice, right? Energy cost for your spells reduced by 1. And then I did this one here, Smoke Screen. Why do I say this one's really good? Because when this is on the battlefield, this becomes essentially 1. Yeah. And because this is 1, you could always have mana to play it once you have 1, because now instead of having 2, you can just use the other one to create the token, and you still have the 1 for this. Also because it is a new game and a lot of people don't know all the cards fully. This one, like, they'll think of this card as a 2 cost, so when they see this, they kind of doesn't all automatically register that they need to be playing around this or any of the other spells actually. Right, Call the Week, maybe Call the Week 2, but not necessarily that. Hidden Blade can kill for 1, back to back for 2. Yeah, and then the way I play the deck is essentially just value, trade smartly, and then make sure that I always have a reaction available for me. So I always have a reaction in my hand when I'm playing, and then I just kind of weigh the options whenever I use them. Right, if I have more than one and I need to use one, which even though the outcome will be the same, for example, Smokescreen versus playing a Hidden Blade, right? So just as an example, sometimes you'll have a hand where I have both of these, right? Obviously, Hidden Blade is not a reaction, but what's better? Do I play the Smokescreen and kill their unit with no blowback, or do I kill their unit, give them a draw 2? You just kind of weigh your options there. What's better? This one's a reaction, this one's not, right? What could they play the next turn that might be like, oh, I need this over this, right? So different phases of the game, if maybe they don't have that big units yet, maybe this one's just better, so you still have this for later on, because you can always reduce big units, right? And they're not playing big units anytime, this will allow you to trade better. You don't want to use this on weenies unless you don't really have to, so yeah, deck, like I said, they're very fun to play. I really enjoyed the release, as you guys see anyways. I did really well. But yeah, that's basically, I guess it's a little bit of a deck review as well for the starter deck Victor. So the next video I will be talking about my experience playing with the Lee Sin deck. Work with that. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to bring this and just replace it, depending on your locals, if they're chill or not, right? Because this will be cool. Just showing in there, even though I'm playing Lee Sin, and just use this. It'll be really nice. But anyways, alright, that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and alright, take that out there. Alright, just got back home from the supposedly release event. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of talk what happened on that one. So I wasn't really originally planning to make it part of this video, but it just kind of ended up being that way. Essentially what has happened was I went there. This event was supposed to start at 7. It is now 9:12. So basically what happened was I went there was people signing up, because the way it works, you need your Riot ID tied in to be part of the events, right? And one person that was like right in front of me in the line they came in, they haven't registered, they didn't pre-register for the event either, right? So since I was next, I was just like, hey, do you want to play? If you really want to play, I'm willing to give up my spot. And yeah, so that's essentially what happened there. And yeah, I mean, it feels bad, right? If you go to an event, you traveled all the way and, you know, you're not aware that, oh, you should be registered, you should be this and that. So that's probably the one thing that's kind of sad with, I guess, how the event program is. Although obviously after a while it'll be fine, just the initial hiccups that you experience on that. But anyways, so we got this, they gave this to me. They're very, very nice people. I wasn't expecting to grab a pack like this, but we got it anyways, so very nice. I'm gonna open this in a bit. I'm just gonna talk about essentially what I did. So since we went to the event, even though basically I didn't get a starter deck, so I don't have my Leeson starter deck, I can't really do a true review of that because I didn't get to play it. I wanted to obviously play that, but I didn't get to, but that's okay. But yeah, Jason was the name of the person. He asked me to play if I had a deck or if I just wanted to chill after. He was very, very nice with it. He was very excited to play, obviously, so I'm very, very happy to see that. I'm glad I gave up my spot because yeah, you could see the excitement in there, and the guy picked up the game very well, so that's really awesome to see. But yeah, so he invited me to play. I was like, you know what, yeah, let's play. Gonna be a nice experience. On the spot that we had, there was one more person and he didn't have someone playing against him, so we just decided when they're playing basically a free-for-all, which was really, really fun, and Jason actually won that. So the guy that I gave the least starter deck to, which is really, really cool, right? Very fun experience. Very excited for him to win as well. Very close match, you know. If he didn't win on his turn, there was a chance that I could have, because I was after him, playing Victor, and because that was like the only other deck that I brought. If I didn't bring my deck box, I won't have any deck to play. But other than that, you know, the event was very, very casual. It wasn't like the one that I had with Galaxy, where it was actually a little bit more competitive, even though it's a release event. So this one was super casual. Just drop in, play with whoever you want, play with as many. If you want to play in a group or in a pod, you're fine, and literally just drop in there and then just play some games and get a pack. One thing I would say though, it's very, very unfortunate that the shop did not get the pre-release packs or release packs, whatever they are called. So they were just giving out Nexus Night packs. We're gonna open this very soon. Just want to also show, got some of my orders in here. Good bunch of cards. Very, very excited to open this as well. So yeah. Yeah, before we end the video, I'm just gonna quickly open this and see what we got on this Nexus packs here. Nexus Night packs. Oh, this is so tough. Where is my scissors? I'd rather just open this. I don't want to ruin this. If there's like a rune in here, right? It'd be dope to see what's on here. Oh, for sure not. Just want to make sure I'm not cutting a card there by accident. That would feel really bad. All right, so we got foil. Oh, to go in here. Foil Discipline, Mystic Poro, and a Daring Poro. No rune. That's okay. That was a little not as exciting. I was hoping to get a rune there, but that's okay. It is part of the packs there. So yeah, nice to have foil into this. That's a, let's say, in there, promo on there. So you know that it's a promo. But yeah, other than that, that's it. So I won't have another video for the other event. It would just be all this. Their Nexus Night will be starting next week, so I'm gonna attend those. It's very, very casual though, so I'm basically just gonna be testing ideas and stuff like that. There will I'll still make some vlogs for it, and maybe record some matches, depends on who I end up playing. But as much as, man, I just want a place where I can play super competitive. So maybe I'll look out for the other shops and see how they are running their Nexus Nights. Unfortunately, Galaxy, the event that I've played on, they're currently not doing Nexus Nights. So no weeklies for them, just the big skirmishes, which, I mean, I'm still very excited for that, but you know, I need a place to basically get hard testing done, and right now we don't have that. I don't want to do too much casuals and stuff like that as well. Well, I mean, I'd still play and kind of make the deck profiles like that. So essentially what I'm gonna do then is build decks, play it during the Nexus Nights just for fun, test them out essentially, and see what works, what doesn't, and all that stuff. If you know I find something that kind of decent, I'll post the deck list and report on that. If something on the week is not, I won't post a deck list, but I'll make a vlog and just report on that and see how that went and kind of tell you guys what I did that week. But yeah, the other video already had actually recorded myself already saying drink your veggies, but we'll have to do it again for this video, so that because this will be the ending of this. So all right, again, thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed the videos, like and subscribe, and drink your veggies.